Hey everybody, welcome back to Bite Size Geek. So I was sitting here getting stuff ready for the next convention that we're going to be going to in a few weeks, the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, and I thought to myself, this would be a good opportunity to share with you what I bring to a convention for myself, and also some tips and tricks I've learned after attending so many conventions. So first I'm going to share with you the things that I bring. Be sure to check the description too, because a lot of these things I'll share links to, like on Amazon where I've gotten this stuff from. If you want to go check it out, pick it up for yourself. All of these things really do help me, so hopefully they'll help you too. Okay, so you should obviously remember to bring your phone and or a camera. You're probably going to want to take a lot of pictures and video. Just be sure you have it with you. Be sure to have all of your charging cords for all of your different things that you bring. I got some hookups for my mics right here, and there's a whole bunch more slots that I can put different. You know, it can hold a lot more cords is I guess what I'm getting at. Right here is where I keep the microphones that I like to use, which is the Comica Boom XD. I really like these. I actually have one on me right now, but these are really great. These particular ones come with an adapter that plugs into my phone. So that's the first compartment right here. You can open up, oh man, let me zip this up real quick so everything doesn't fall out. Can open up this second compartment right here. You got a portable charger, which is super important. It has different inputs and outputs that you can use. But this one, I think pretty much this one right here in particular can charge my phone like 10 times over before I have to recharge it. And I like to bring this because, you know, there are going to be a lot of people there that sit down at wall outlets and try to charge their phones, and a lot of times you can't find an outlet to use, so this works out really great. Up under here I have a bunch of different, you know, microphone, like I don't know what they call these, like the little foam covers to put over them. And a lot of this stuff, y'all, like these types of things aren't things that like your average con goer would need, but this is just stuff I bring with me. You got a gimbal right here. This thing is amazing. It really helps to stabilize the video, and it just helps, you know, you don't have to hold your phone kind of like that awkward way all the time. You can just put it in here. There are different buttons that will turn your phone. You got a little trigger on the back that will start and stop recording, so you don't have to reach up and touch your screen. And you don't even need, like, you know, obviously, like I said, this is something more specific to me. You can use just a regular, I don't know what you would call this, just like a little tripod holder instead of the gimbal itself. And this works perfectly fine as well if you're just wanting to get some, you know, just like regular video just for yourself. It has a little tripod thing to where you can stand it up. And this one in particular even extends. You can sit here and, you know, change the position of your phone and everything. Then to finish up over here, I got this microphone right here that actually would sit, you know, like this. I don't really use this one a whole lot. You know, the only time I would really use this one is if, let me get this off so you can see what it looks like. I think they call this a shotgun mic. I'm not really sure, but the only time I would use one like this is if I'm like in a panel and I want to try to get video of the panel. I would probably use a mic like this to try to get some better audio. This is actually a tripod stand that attaches to this particular gimbal. So you can pop it in there and, you know, fold it out and it'll stand up. And it also helps, like if you want to hold both spots right here, like if you're really trying to get some steady shots, you can hold it in both spots. So like I said, I have this bag in particular because I do carry a lot of extra things with me to a convention that like your average person wouldn't bring with them. But they also have smaller ones like this one, which is way more portable to carry your charger cords and everything like that with you. So it's got plenty of space for a bunch of cords, got a little pouch in here. You could probably put a portable charger right here, you know, and it just fits right inside of a bag or a backpack or something. Then we got the backpack right here, which is super important for me to bring. I've been putting some patches on here. This particular backpack is really, really awesome. It has a whole bunch of different compartments. And I think the biggest reason I got it is because I can put my, oh, there it goes, slipping off the table. I can put my portable charger on the inside, hook it up, and there's a spot where I can hook up a charging cord and just plug in my phone, you know, put it in the pocket down here and let it charge on the outside. Let's see, it's got, you know, just a pouch right here. There's really nothing special about this one except that it's like really deep. You got like kind of this hidden one off to the side that you can slide things behind there. Let's see, in here you can hold pens, you can put your phone right here. A small notebook, which is very important. It has a spot where you can put your keys that you can easily take it off. Well, I say easily, I'm trying to use it with one hand, but you can put your keys or anything you want right there. There's definitely some space still down here. And this is, let me show you this. I bring this as well. This is super important. Flash drive right here. It's 256 gigabytes. So, you know, if you're recording on your phone, and I use my phone for all of my filming and everything, and I always record in 4K. So, you know, the phone can get filled up pretty quick. I bring this flash drive. I have an adapter that will let me just hook it, plug it straight into my phone. If my phone starts to get full, I move all the video to this flash drive, and then I can start over and get more video without having to, you know, delete video or put it on a computer or something like that. I just put it all on this flash drive. All right, so the main compartment of the backpack, you got, you know, it's pretty deep. You can put, I mean, you can put a whole bunch of stuff in here. Definitely, like I said, like medication, headache. Oh, please bring some headache medicine because you'll probably need it. Reusable shopping bags. This is where I would put the portable charger, and it has a cord that hooks straight into it. Let's see, I got my wall outlet charger in here. I have earbuds, which I never really use those at a con, but I just have them in there just in case. And you can come to this, the back compartment where, you know, you would probably keep, you can put like a laptop or iPad right there, and, you know, pretty much just anything else. Like I would probably, right here, I'd probably put like photos I brought to get autographs and stuff. I'd probably put them right here. Yep, you turn the backpack around. It's got a bunch of different places where you can clip things on. And then it even has a pouch right there where you can put some stuff. And I also bring these microphone adapters with me from Comica. You take that microphone that I use, you can just slide it right onto here, put one of the foam covers over it, and it just turns into a microphone. Reusable water bottle, also very important. Oh, and there's my cat, Pippin, trying to help me do the video, I guess. But I just slide this right into the side right there. Okay, so tip number one, do some recon on the building that the convention will be held in. And what I mean is know where the parking will be, know where you're gonna enter the building. The reason I bring that up is because I have been to a convention. I found a parking lot that was kind of in a different spot than the ones that they mentioned. And so I figured I was gonna be clever and go park in that parking lot. So I had to walk all the way around to the other side of the building to get in. And when it's the middle of summer, it gets really hot here in Alabama. So, you know, that was not a pleasant experience. So know ahead of time where the parking is, the best place to park and everything. Tip number two, research the con itself. Look at their website. That's the best way to do it. Look at their website, join their Facebook group if they have one. Know when the panels are going to be, look at the panel schedule, know when any special events are going to be, and also look into the actual rules of the convention. Most conventions do pretty much have the same rules, but there are some that have rules specific to their conventions. Like, for example, some conventions will not allow you to bring any outside food or drink, and that includes like reusable water bottles and like snacks and stuff. Just make sure you look into the convention and know everything about it that you can before you go. Tip number three, budget, budget, budget. Some things that you need to budget for food costs, budget for gas to get to the convention, budget for hotel if you plan on staying the whole weekend, or if it's, you know, a good ways away from your home, budget for those things. Budget for any kind of celebrity things that you want to do. And what I mean by that is if you plan on getting autographs or photos with specific people, budget for that specifically. That's what I do. I have my own separate budget for celebrity things. And then also give yourself what I call a general budget, money that you might spend on the vendor floor, things you might want to buy. Have that budget in mind and try your best not to go over that budget. Tip number 4, if you take medication for like anxiety or depression or ADHD or something like that, please be sure to take your medication before you go to the convention. I take medication for ADHD myself. And I will tell you that, you know, if you try to go to a convention where there's a lot of people and you have those types of issues, if you don't take your medication, you're probably going to be in for a wild ride, trust me. Tip number 5, be sure to wear comfortable shoes and clothing. You will be walking quite a bit. So shoes are very important. Also, comfortable clothing is important. Tip number 6, be sure to eat something before you go. A lot of conventions start at 9 or 10 in the morning, so try to eat a very good, hearty breakfast before you go. When I say eat breakfast, do not think that Pop-Tarts and Starbucks are gonna be a good breakfast, so be sure you eat something that's going to keep you satisfied for quite a while. And the reason I say that is because a lot of the times food that is available at the convention is insanely expensive, and it's usually not that great either. Also, be sure to bring some sort of snack with you if it's allowed by the convention. I usually like to bring some protein bars that have like a really high calorie count, and so that way if I do get hungry during the convention, I can just pop one of those out and eat it, and I'm good to go for a little while. Tip number 7, be sure you have your ticket ready when you get up to kind of check into the convention. I cannot tell you how many times I've been in line and the people in front of me, they don't have any of their stuff ready, and so it holds up the line. Tip number 8, bring cash. Most vendors have gotten really good about accepting credit and debit cards, but there will be a few vendors who only accept cash, and I guarantee you if you do not bring cash, those are going to be the vendors that you want to purchase things from. Most conventions will also have ATMs available. But number 1, they run out of cash really quick. Number 2, they have very high transaction fees. So if you want to take out like 20 bucks, guess what? That ATM is going to charge you like $5 to get that 20 bucks out. Also, most celebrity things that you will purchase, like autographs and photo ops, most of them only accept cash. There are going to be some that will accept debit and credit, but just assume any of these celebrity things will only accept cash. And also parking. Parking most of the time, like if you're parking in an open parking lot, most of them will only accept cash, so bring cash for that. You can expect to spend, you know, $20, $30 for parking. Tip number 9, bring 1 or 2 reusable shopping bags. And I say that because a lot of the vendors don't have any kind of bag that they can put their items in for you. And a lot of them just, you know, have like your like plastic, like Walmart bags and stuff like that. But if you purchase a lot of items, you're going to be carrying around a lot of plastic bags. So try to bring 1 or 2 reusable shopping bags because they can fit a lot more in them. They're a lot more durable, and they're just a lot easier to carry around. And I'll, of course, like I said earlier, post some links to, you know, some of these shopping bags and everything, but you can go into Walmart and buy some of their reusable shopping bags for like $1 or less, and they work great. Tip number 10, and this one's very important. I had to learn this one myself. Try to walk the whole convention before you make any purchases. A lot of vendors will have the same items for different prices. If you walk into the convention and you see something and you're like, oh wow, I want that, and it's like, you know, 10 bucks. You buy it for $10, 10 minutes later, you're gonna find a vendor who's selling the identical item for like $5. And you can't walk back to that other vendor and get a refund a lot of the time. So be sure to walk the whole convention before you make any purchases. The only time I would say make an exception to that rule is if like you know ahead of time what you want to buy before you go to the convention and you kind of have a price in mind of what you want to pay for that item. If you walk in there and you see an item that you know is probably not going to be there when you come back around and it's at a great price, go ahead and buy it. If you don't, you will regret it. But for everything else, just wait, walk around the whole convention first, and then go back to those specific vendors and purchase the items if you want to. Tip number 11, if you are going to be getting autographs, know ahead of time what you want to have autographed and have that item available when you walk up. A lot of the times the celebrities that you can get autographs from, they usually will have like photos and things like that on their table that you can grab and get autographed if you don't already have something. And a lot of the times those items are free. So if you plan on getting an autograph, you can just choose which photo that you want autographed, grab it, they'll autograph it. Sometimes celebrities will charge you for those photos, but in my experience, a lot of the times those are like part of the autograph, so you can just pick one. Something I do, and I think it's just because I'm like really picky, if there is a celebrity I want an autograph from, I will go online and like purchase an art print or, you know, find a good image or something that I want to use. I'll purchase that art print or I'll print that image at like Walgreens or something, and I'll bring it with me to the convention. So if I get up to the table and there's nothing there that I really like that I want to get autographed, I have something with me that they can autograph. Also, keep in mind when it comes to autographs, you can expect to wait in line for a while depending on the person that you want an autograph from. Like the higher status of the celebrity, the longer you're going to be waiting. I know when I met Stan Lee, I waited for like 2.5 hours in line. So just expect to wait in line for a little bit as well. Tip number 12, while you're walking around, you know, if you're taking photos and video and everything, if you see vendors that you're very interested in, be sure to get their information. Like if you're taking photos, be sure to get the name of the vendor in those photos, get their social media information or store information. And also, most of them will have like business cards available. Be sure to grab those cards. I used to just like grab a bunch of cards and I would just put them in my pocket. An easier way to do that is you can buy like a business card holder type thing off of Amazon, and it keeps everything nice and organized. I'll post a link to one of those as well. But you know, a lot of vendors, if you like their stuff but you don't really plan on purchasing something right then, you can get that information, you can go home, look them up online, and whenever you're ready to purchase something from them, you can go on there and do so. It's very important to get that information, because if you don't, you're gonna get home and you're gonna wish and wish that you could remember the name of that vendor so you can get online and look them up and purchase things from them, and you're not gonna remember anything. So be sure to get their information. Tip number 13, cosplayers. If you see cosplayers and you really like their costumes and everything, please be courteous and ask if it is okay to take their photo. Most cosplayers at conventions, I mean, they love having their photos taken. Of course they do. You know, they're there to showcase their work. They want people to appreciate their craftsmanship and the work that they put into the costume. They want the attention and recognition. So most of them, in fact, I'd probably say like 99.9% of them are not going to have a problem with you taking their photo. But just be a courteous and decent person and ask them if you can take their photo first. Also, another thing when it comes to cosplaying, you may or may not see some costumes that are a bit more, you know, risque in nature. Do not be an asshole and make comments about that. Don't make sexual comments. Don't think that's an invitation to come up and like hit on this person, to touch them or anything like that. That is not cool. Don't be an asshole. All right, y'all, that's it for this video. I hope some of these tips and tricks and some of the items that I bring have helped y'all out. If you have any additional tips and tricks that have worked for you, or maybe some that you feel need to be mentioned, be sure to mention them in the comments below. Hopefully they'll help out other people, and they'll probably help me out too, because I'm not a expert in all this stuff. I just know what works for me. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time.